Hi, the tutorial it's a quick one. It's for our swap group on our Country Craft Creations Creative Cafe, long name. And it's for this double pocket. And I posted it not realizing those had been pre-made. These are not pre-made. We are going to make them really quick. It will hold a Ghirardelli square, and then it's going to hold a Valentine's card. As you can see, mine aren't decorated because, I literally just jumped on and figured out how to make these. So it's not even finished, but I'm going to show you because you make it with pattern paper. And then your little card, and you'll need to decorate it for Valentine's Day. These will be little Valentine's cards that your partner can give to someone. And then also mini candy bars will fit in there. So you'll put the mini treats inside both sides. So this is a double-sided pocket. And we are making 10 of them for our partners. So we've got lots of time, the whole month of January. But I want to show you how to make these so that we can do the swap, because I really wanted to do it. It's going to be super fun. You need to start with an 8x8 sheet of cardstock. And you don't want to use the heavy cardstock because it is too heavy, and it's just created using your paper. And this is the new Valentine collection from Authentique, and I do need to tell you that there's not a lot of Valentine collections this year. There's 3. There's one from Simple Stories, the Romance from Authentique, which is also made so you can use it year-round, and there were Simple Stories, and another one coming from Echo Park, but it's not, it's different. It's very different. So I'm going to have this on the inside. You just want to start by folding your 8x8 in half at an angle. Let's pull this down. At the diagonal. So it is in half like so, and you do want to really burnish, depending on what you're using. I carry in our store at Country Craft Creations the textured, so I know it's going to be strong. Of course, they're both the same weight, but... And we just reset the camera, and I'm trying to get in here. So, now I'm putting the flat side here. It is double-sided, and I'm going to score it 3/4 of an inch. For me, I am flipping it over, but you do need to move it down to this edge, because if you don't, it doesn't hit in the same place as if you just turn it over, and it's at 1/4 inch from that side. And that will give you a good score on both sides. Then we're going to put it at the top, and we're going to score it 3 3/4 and 7 1/2. I'm going to reverse it, 3 3/4 and 7 1/2. Now, you have to just flip it completely over in order to hit the same spots. Just like so. Then we're going to open this up. So as you see, you have the center, and then you're going to have the score lines here on the side that fold inward. Okay, again, just burnish and burnish. Now, I found that I had to take off just the tips, which was perfectly fine on this because you're not going to see this part of the paper. So I just cut off the tips because I didn't want any bulk there. And then I'm going to use my art glitter glue. Here's my outside score lines, and then I have the center one. It's hard to see on the pattern paper. And you can go ahead and use your art glue, your score tape. I'm going to put a dot and a dot, just barely any. Just enough to hold it down, just on the sides of those score lines. So that creates our double pocket. Then we're going to fold it in half, making sure your adhesive shouldn't catch up, but it did. Let's hold that for a minute. really score that down. I do it both ways. Now I'm folding it backwards, so now my solid comes together. It looks like that. I did it both ways so I could break those fibers, because you're now getting a lot of bulk. And fold it again. And if your glue doesn't hold right there, it just makes it nicer to have that held down. There we go. And you're going to want to decorate these. I'm not going to decorate it in the video, but you can use your stickers, ribbons, and I did use, I'm going to grab it because it's just some yarn. But you can use a ribbon. And I bought this cotton yarn because I really like it for ties. I was using it on Christmas tags because I was using so much of it. But it's really nice. It's just the more expensive cotton yarn, but it's not, when you think about it, it's not super expensive. So now this is going to stay like so because it will sit, but we're going to punch a hole from the top. And if you want a bigger hole than your crocodile, you definitely can use a 1/2 inch punch. You can make this much bigger of a hole. You can also staple it together and then tie a bow on there. So that's another way. But you're going to make 10 of these, remember. And I'll show you the cards. This is so your partner will have some Valentines to hand out. And then again, you might want to make these to hand out to your coworkers, your neighbors, or the kids to take to school. So now inside, each side will have the little card. And if it's not going down, it's probably because there's some glue there. So you'll just have to check it. Because these cards, there we go, there was some glue. I made them so it would fit. Your cards are 5.5 inches long and 3 1/4 wide. So these are 3 1/4 wide, 5.5 inches long, and you score these at 2 3/4. So 3 1/4 wide, 5.5 long, and score at 2 3/4. Then you'll decorate. So I would put, for instance, probably white on top of this. That is 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, or 3 by 3. And then I would take a 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 and map the top. And there's a lot of good examples for Valentine's cards on Pinterest. And of course, along with your sticker sheets, what comes with your collection, then those will go there. And of course, you can put bows, all kinds of decorations, and they do stand. Now for the swap, you can either put the candy right in, but for mailing purposes, to be honest with you, I would put the candy just in a cute little bag, or maybe an envelope you make separate, so that these will lay flat in the box. And that's all there is to making those fabulous little double envelopes with your 8 by 8 sheets of paper. So you'll need 10 pattern pieces and cut them to 8 by 8, 3 1/4 by 5.5 for your card bases. And that's all you need to know for the swap. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I can't wait to see the finished projects when we do our swaps. Bye, everybody.